morning, folks. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, so I'm trying to see how this looks a lot better for just, vlogging purposes, to make this a little easier on y'all, because I don't want the tunnel vision looking thing. But anyhow, to the video. The video is actually just going to be something very simple. It's super hot outside. I was going to go fishing, but it got really hot, and I honestly don't want to be out there. So what's coming up soon, and what do I need to get prepared for? Hunting, specifically duck and goose hunting. So I just got some new floaters and some new field decoys for goose. And the number one thing is that I don't want to have to go buy a blind that's like, $300, $500. So what's the best option? Build it yourself. So here is my old little panel blind thing, and it did its job. The problem with this is that since it's the burlap material, it's kind of a one season use type deal. So I started looking online in different places to figure out what is the best alternative thing to basically put up a panel. Well, it looks like that you either spend a lot of money or you have to just think about it. So what I thought about is, instead of using material, use something that's not gonna just, fall apart, decay. So the best part is I found this stuff right here. Yeah, so that is going to be what we're gonna be using today. It's garden fencing. I got 4 foot by 50 feet. I'm also gonna use that on a different project. I'll just have to stay tuned for that. But this is the basic one. So basically all we're going to do is we're going to take these metal poles to basically hold up the material, and then after that they have this stuff right here, has little bitty holes, and you can put like, you can put grass, like so like all this stuff over here around, which is kind of terrible because this is my front yard, but all this stuff, there's like Johnson grass over there. But basically you can put all that stuff in there, and then boom, you have your blind. You just have to switch out every year with new stuff, which makes it a lot easier instead of having to keep buying burlap like that and other materials. So basically this is what you're gonna need. All right, and I'll put all the stuff in the description that you can check out and all that stuff. So basically you need 3 sticks. It can be PVC, it can be what I'm using this stuff right here. It's I think looks like 1/2 or 1/4 inch square tubing, and it's steel, so I know I can use it for a while. And the best part is you simply just need 3 of those. You need your net material right here, and then you need zip ties, which I have right here, and you need something to cut them with and to cut the material over here. Once you do that, as soon as you do that, get all that stuff together, you can make it as wide as you want, as big as you want. It's just a matter of what you would like. But for me, all I need is, I usually run, I think like 2 to 3 people. Usually I think 4 is probably way too much, but I am going to make it so I could carry 4 people. So I'm going to do 12 foot. All right, and then you break it. So your 3 sticks right here, I'll show y'all when we start building on it, but I'm basically describing it. So basically I'm gonna break it at halfway. I'm gonna put 1 on the end, 1 on each end, my bad, and then 1 in the middle, so around 6 foot of the netting. And once you do that, you have your blind. You can triangle it, you can square it up if you're hunting a corner, and this is the best part. You can use it for anything. You can take it in marshes, you can take it on banks of ponds. I'm gonna even try it out in the field, so y'all will have to stay tuned and watch me field hunt for the first time. And then you can use that mesh for like anything. So like, your other duck blinds that are permanent, use it then. Use it wherever, so it's not just one type of use, which is honestly genius, because it makes it a lot easier on everyone. And this stuff right here, this stuff right here, it was 40 bucks. But you got to remember, it's 4 feet by 50 feet, and I'm going to get about probably 5 or 6 projects out of it for hunting. So I think that's pretty good for only 40 bucks. And then you can get square tubing and stuff like that, zip ties for cheap. Or you can do PVC. All you need is 3 different things. Like, I've used giant sticks before and they've worked. But anyhow, I'm gonna get all this laid out, and I'm gonna put y'all and do a little time lapse so y'all don't have to sit and watch me just, you know, do stuff for, you know, 20 million hours. You can just sit back, relax, and let's get to it. All right, so the finished product is there, as you can see. I mean, you got all this space. Now of course it's not going to be this tall off the ground because there's gaps, but basically, like, these are way too long for my hunts, at least. There's too long, so if anything, just get yourself like a little they sell them, it's like a little hacksaw, or bug on the camera, or perhaps like if you're like me and have power tools, you can use a sawzall or anything with a metal blade. And basically, I would say with all the stuff that you'll be hunting at, like, you can probably keep these, I would say, I think I have like 2 extra feet on these things. Like, these are barely in the ground and I'm barely 6 foot, so you could do maybe 5.5 foot, somewhere in there would probably be fine. Of course, if you're doing permanent blinds, I would say just figure out what soil type you're doing, if this is how you're going to do it. Another thing is that when you're doing this, I got to tinker with it, but this is basically the general idea. So you can see here, all these are just held on by zip ties. All these are just zip tied, but you see all this baggage. Basically, it's not square, lined up right. So I'm gonna have to kind of, you gotta stretch it out. Part of the problem, I think, is actually since I'm not in good soil and I have so much stick staying out of the ground that there's like no room for it to stretch out. Or it just may be the other thing is that it may be like off in the middle, so this may not be the actual one that it needs to be, or I'm off centered, stuff like that. But I mean, this is the general view. You can put, of course, you can put, you know, Johnson grass, cattails, and all these little holes. If you're using PVC, it may be better, it may be worse. You just have to try it out, let me know. But if you kind of just, I mean, this is all it is. It's 3 sticks with just some garden, I forgot what it's actually called. I'll put it again in the description. Again, this, if you want it to be better than what this looks like, again, I just wanted to do a little rough draft what it is, and then I'll be using it this season. So even if like it doesn't look as good now, I'll get it brushed in and stuff before and be like, hey, look at this. But I am going to put y'all down for just a second and show y'all why I built it. Now, the reason is this simple one right here. Get out of the ground, put it on the ground, all that. Whew. Again, I'm going to say this probably multiple times in this video, but if you are going to build your blinds, I advise an air-conditioned room or something of that nature, because it's pretty toasty. But look at there. Boom. This is the reason why I wanted to build a blind like this. It's very basic. Again, just 3 sticks, PVC, square tubing like I used, garden, and it's called garden fencing. Once you do that, you need some zip ties, a keen knife, cut it to where you want it, brush it in. Other than that, this is why I built it, because I mean, this, since I'm using steel, it's a little heavier, but I mean, you add your brush and stuff, it's less than, I would say you could probably get to 10 pounds if you have that much brush, but 7 pounds is all you're carrying. And I mean, you can put this in you can put this out in marshes, you can put it on the edge of fields, all that. So like whatever hunt you do, you can just make it fit whatever you want to hunt. So you can hunt it, like I'll probably use this for dove hunting. I'm gonna use it for, of course, duck and goose. That's why I'm making this video. I would say you could even use it for deer hunting if you really wanted to get that deep into it. There's some things I would change if you are going to use it for deer hunting though. There's some probably like minor stuff you could do to it, you know, make some notches, maybe get some bigger holes for like bigger brush type deal. But other than that, this is why I built it. I mean, I can hoist it up. It's no different than trying to bring in, you know, your own like little layout blind. It's a lot easier than an A-frame because A-frames can tend to get heavy. Now they're portable, but this is way more portable. And then if you wanted to make a handle on it, I have some wire right here, and I mean, all it is I don't know what gauge it is, but it's just aluminum wiring. You can find it wherever. You can use baling twine, and all you do is take it, wrap it, take it again, wrap it, leave you some slack. Whew. Boom, there you go. Now you have your own portable blind. Look at that, hands free. You may want to, you know, move it down a little bit, even it out, but I mean, this is your portable blind. You can put wherever. Hopefully this is helpful. If you like this type of content, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of this year. I know it's a lot to ask because most people don't like watching videos like this, but I do. I know if you're like me, you're just an average dude trying to get hunting done, trying to, you know, make a name for yourself in the world. You'll want to do what I just asked. I'll leave everything that I can find here in the description. Other than that, just you guys have a good day.